Judgment and hate come from a hateful heart, oftentimes due to hateful religion. You see, in our latest episode of Drop the Stones, we're talking about self-love. Again, it's a topic we like to bring up often and just push out again and again and again because we think it's so important to find acceptance of who you are. Find out who you are, acceptance of who you are, and loving who that is, and letting that blossom out to affect the rest of the world. Because out of that will pour love and everything else. When you truly know how to love yourself, you will know how to love everyone else. And I look at people that are in religious systems, and you can tell easily by walking around how they act with this judgment and disdain for other members of humanity, that they are set apart. And it's due to this religious mindset. And I remember it from my growing up in different church systems. In Catholicism, we had it. And it wasn't really as in the face as I experienced later in life. It's more subtle of, you're dirty, you have these sins, you need to confess these sins to the priest, you have to do all these sacraments to achieve obedience to God and follow in to check off these boxes in order to be holy and sanctified within the church and follow these rules. When I became an evangelical, it was like a big old frying pan to the face of, you're worthless. There's nothing valuable about you. You have to admit this and understand that you are absolutely a pile of trash and garbage. Nothing you could do is worth anything in this world, and every intent in your being is to do awful and evil things in this world. And only because God is so loving and superior than any of us in this, was he able to reach out and pick you, select you, set you apart from the rest of humanity to show you acceptance, even though you have zero value whatsoever in this world. And anything you do even after that point is still worthless and valueless, like a box of dirty rags sent before him as a praise and worship offering. And this mindset permeates through everything we do. And you can only imagine people that have been in this from birth on, of this worthlessness of what they do and how they try to find self-worth and how they act and everything in this world. And it leads to perverted just translations of biblical verses to say, I'm going to interpret it this way I can follow this rule, and I can set myself apart from all these other people, and now I have self-righteousness and judgment over them and disdain for these people because they don't obey the same way I do, and I'm better than them. I'm set apart. God picked me because I'm following his rules this way, and these people aren't following them, so I'm going to point them out. Their lifestyle, their choices that they make, the people that they love are unbiblical according to my translations of it. So therefore, I'm better than them because I don't act and work the same way, and I can judge them. And I can set myself apart and give myself some sense of value within myself. And this cognitive dissonance starts to arise within themselves, that they are finding value in some of the stuff they do by persecuting other people in the world and judging other people in the world and holding other people down and themselves up, but also trying to reconcile that with that they are still worthless and that they have no value in anything else. And it's just a huge mind fuck on what they're doing with themselves. And it pours out in everything they do, because now they're looking for praise and adulation. And we see it from the Christian nationalists running our country. Look at what we did today. Look at how much money we saved. Look at these programs we cut. Look at everything we're doing. Look, mommy, look. See how valuable and good we are. And then trying to go home and flog themselves later because they realize that they're not good, that they are just dirty, vile creatures doing the evil of the world and messing with this. So when we can get out of that mindset of we're awful and evil, and that we need something outside of us to save us and pick us up and make us seem valuable, and we can start assigning in value to ourselves, we'll be able to value all humanity in and of itself and realize that together, living together as an organism, helps everything else. Because when I hurt my neighbor by taking away certain funds or programs, I'm actually hurting myself. Everything works together. This humanity experience that we're having is just one tangible organism working together, and anything that hurts any part of it hurts us. Anything that benefits any part of it benefits the whole. And when we can get into this mindset and realize this, that anything we do for ourselves is going to benefit ourselves, is going to benefit everything else, and anything we do for others that's going to benefit ourselves also, we can start operating in a way that's more clear and precise on what's best for our experience, instead of trying to prove our value to a God that doesn't exist, that doesn't want us, and sees no value in us whatsoever.